Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of really interesting bodybuilding updates, a couple of crazy, freaky physique updates, and the first one is from Samson Dauda, who just did a guest posing, and this is what Samson looks like at 357 freaking pounds, guys. 357. Next to him is a guy who is qualified for the 212 Mr. Olympia. Guys, the guy on the left is qualified for the 212 Mr. Olympia, and when they say they should ditch the 212, what the hell would these guys do? I mean, among the open guys, what can this guy do next to Samson Dauda? He looks like his freaking son. So, I mean, Samson is freaking massive right now. This is just insane. This is definitely the biggest we ever saw Samson so far. I don't think we ever saw him looking freakier than right here. This is just out of this world, man. This is just insane. A crazy, crazy level of size. We can talk about whether this is healthy or not. We all know it's not the healthiest thing that Samson is doing, but do you think what Ronnie Coleman was doing back in the day was healthy, or Phil Heath, or Jay Cutler, or whoever? I mean, all these guys push their bodies to the very, very extreme, and that's why we have those legends of the sport now. So Samson is trying to achieve something like that. He is sacrificing himself, but that's what he wants to do. That's his life. If we didn't have guys like that throughout the history, nothing great would ever be achieved. So just watch this and enjoy it and appreciate it. Now, again, maybe I'm not a huge fan of Samson's personality, neither is he of my channel and my stuff, but you know, as a physique, Samson's physique is one of the craziest physique today. When he is on, nobody comes close, in my opinion, not even Andrew Jacked. Now let's analyze this physique update a little bit more. So let's check out these poses. Front double bicep. I think he did something to those biceps, probably added a little bit of SEO, or maybe he's shooting his gear in his biceps and they're definitely looking peakier, bigger. It looks good. It doesn't look bad. Don't get me wrong. He's doing whatever is necessary to complete his physique, and just overall, the man grew so much. He never looked this freaky. The chest is huge. I mean, the back, that was always his issue. But would you say that this back is a weak back now? Come on, no way. No way. And he's in the off season right now as well. When you're shredded, that's when your back looks much, much better. You know, that's the body part that only comes in when you're lean. And in this situation, his back actually looks phenomenal, even though it holds a layer of fat and water. This means this back is freaking huge. And also another thing is, guys, what is Derek doing right now as the Mr. Olympia? Nothing, really. He's enjoying life, he's training, he's doing whatever. If you go to his IG, you'll see this one story, repost of some page, Trust God, bro. And that's it, really. That's usually what you can see on his profile. Nothing as the Mr. Olympia representation, no promotion work at all. And look at Samson. Physique updates every week, training videos every day, guest posings and stuff. He's still representing bodybuilding way better than Derek ever did or probably will. That's just one thing. It definitely should not affect the judging. I'm just saying, you know, that's just the case. That's just the reality. You know, it doesn't matter what their personalities are like. They are doing certain things or not. And again, if Derek deserves to win the Mr. Olympia, he should win the Mr. Olympia. I'm just saying, as the Mr. Olympia, Derek is not doing really anything as of right now, and Samson is obviously trying very hard, maybe to promote himself and his brand, but still, this is definitely bringing eyes to bodybuilding compared to Derek, who is literally doing nothing. And I'm pretty sure he won't show us any of his physique updates until the Mr. Olympia, maybe a guest posing at a Pittsburgh Pro or something like that. But, you know, he's very skittish. He doesn't really show himself too much, which is bad for bodybuilding, but he has his own idea of what is the best thing for him and, you know, how he can win the Mr. Olympia the best, the easiest way, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, once again, Samson Dauda at 357, guest posing right here, looking like an absolute monster. Whatever you guys think, down below in the comment section. Alright, in the next physique update, we got another freaky bodybuilder, but I mean, take a look at this one. So it's James Hollingshead, and yes, he is looking absolutely freaky right here. his coach, still his coach, yes, it's been very long, a couple of months. Is this real? I mean, how is it possible? What is this guy doing? I want to know his secrets. So he says, week 3 off season of James Hollingshead, sitting just under 300 pounds, shoulders and arms done, blah, blah, blah. And here is James. Now, again, a mass monster, for sure. Looks freaky. But he's under 300 pounds. And I think he is similar height to Samson, maybe like an inch or two shorter. And Samson outweighs him by 60 pounds. What the hell does that even mean? I mean, James doesn't look like he's 60 pounds lighter than Samson right now in the offseason. Body fat percent, sure, James may be a little bit leaner, but, they're both in the offseason. So, I mean, they're pretty close to condition, but Samson is that much bigger. So what is happening here? I'm not sure, to be honest. Now, what James needs to pay attention to is his waist size. It has grown over the years, and it doesn't look that good, especially when you have smaller shoulders and arms. So, yeah, in this situation, James is very narrow in the shoulders, and his arms are probably his weakest point, along with his back. So he needs to pay attention to that midsection, man. And again, it's been getting worse progressively over the last couple of years. Now, in these other shots, like the most muscular here, he looks phenomenal. He looks shredded, I would say, big and shredded. But again, these are just IG photos. Who the hell knows what he would look like on stage right now? Now, let's take a look at this video as well. Here you can see a little bit more clearly what is actually happening. And yeah, I mean, sure, he's big. He's pretty lean for this size as well. I would say he's definitely leaner than Samson, but, he looks good, man. When I look at his videos and the photos, I think he looks phenomenal. He looks big and freaky, but for some reason on stage, it's not that good. And I was thinking about this, why is this? And I think it's because he lacks that quality, right? He lacks the quality of the muscle. He has a powerlifterish look. And that's kind of how he obtained this physique. He lifted like a freaking powerlifter. He's extremely strong, and he added slabs of muscle on his body, but there are no details. There are no cuts. When he's in the off-season, it looks impressive. When he's close to the show, in his posing room or in his dressing room or in the gym, he looks great. But when it is a time to be on stage, to be shredded, to show all the details, which will make you look more complete, better, bigger, and everything, he falls short. That's when he can't really shine because he simply does not have those details. Now, again, James is a freaking IFBB pro. He won pro shows. He was the Mr. Olympia. He was 50 the Arnold Classic. He is a phenomenal bodybuilder, but the reason why he has been failing lately, these past couple of years, is probably just that. He lost more of those details and that quality, and his physique just doesn't flow that well anymore, and adding more size is not gonna fix it. What he can do is work on improving the size of his midsection and just maybe doing a little more volume and that type of training and adding those details to certain body parts. I don't know if that works, if that helps that much, but I think it does. And I think he should definitely try it because that's what he needs. Not really more size and volume overall. He needs more details and more polished look and better proportions and symmetry. So, whatever you guys think, tell me down below in the comment section. Now, if we're talking about the freaks, I gotta show you this. This is probably the freakiest looking bodybuilder of today. I gotta say, Joe Palacios. Now, this guy is not the most aesthetic guy, not by any means, not even close. Huge waist, but he looks like an absolute beast. He is the new Nick Walker. Next to him, Nick Walker looks streamlined, right? But I would say Joe probably has better aesthetics on stage when he's shredded. In the off-season, though, he looks like this, like a freaking beast. That's the best way to explain it, like a freaking Hulk. Now, again, the waist could be definitely smaller. And if you look at this photo, when he was younger, he was obviously heavily muscled always. And of course, he looked more aesthetic, but he always had that wider waist. So that's never going to be fixed. In his situation, it's not a bloated midsection, it's just the structure. His waist is wide. Kind of like Jay Cutler, he also always had a wider waist, not to this extent, but yeah, his waist was wider, but he built up his shoulders. You know, Jay's shoulders were super massive, and you know he worked on what he could, and he created a solid V-taper, and that's something what Joe can work on as well. And Joe's shoulders are freaking insane, and I'm not gonna say he's doing something to them because I don't really see any weird shape. They're just massive. They're just huge. The size of this guy is just insane. It's crazy. And again, he's around 300 pounds, a little bit more than that, but at a height of, I think, like 5'6", maybe 7 tops. So yeah, I mean, compare his height to James's height, and you know, this guy again is probably heavier and much shorter. So that tells you how much mass this guy packs on at this height. It's just crazy. The freakiest, I would say, the freakiest physique today. Not the biggest, not the prettiest, but just freaky. Insane. And his back is his strongest point, which is definitely the hardest muscle to develop. So that's what makes him super freaky. And I'm really excited to finally see him later this year on the stage, and then also at a Mr. Olympia. I'm sure he's getting there. Whatever you guys think, tell me down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. See you soon, guys. All the best, and bye-bye.